Oh, hello and welcome back, and thank you so much for clicking on my video, my fellow chess enthusiast. In today's episode, what we're going to be doing is absolutely dismantling this 1940s position. He's got a lot of question marks in his name, and that is not a good sign. So we have e4, e5, bishop, c3, the bishop's opening, my favorite opening out of every single opening in all of chess. We are really hoping and praying he brings the bishop out. And oh boy, we are like 30 seconds into this video, and I'm about to teach you guys something that you cannot forget. First, we bring the queen out, attacking the pawn that this bishop literally just stopped defending. So this is what we're doing. The most common defense is to bring the queen out here, not only defending the weak pawn, but attacking this spooky check here. And so we are really hoping that he comes out with the queen. If he doesn't come out with the queen, we're still going to win the game. Don't worry about it. And it'll be very instructive. But he doesn't come out with the queen. Oh, sorry, let me get a little bit better situated. Are we getting the audio of the board? Click back. Oh, we're getting the audio. Everything is crisp. So, in this position, what we are afraid of is the pawn push to the center, attacking our bishop, but also unveiling an attack on our queen. So, what we do is we step back with the queen. We yet again reaffirm this attack here. Most likely he will develop the knight, or he will develop the queen, both of which are, I'm pretty sure, fine. I don't know if there's actually like a... I think the knight is actually slightly preferred. But then we're in a little bit of a predicament. We have a completely equal position, but we're afraid of this knight jumping forward, hitting this weak square and our queen at the same time, where we would have to come back with the queen to defend this. And we're not really in the business of undeveloping pieces. So what do we do here? I could just trade and allow this. But I think bringing the knight is actually okay here. We could even step over. Let's just trade off. I'm not really sure which one is the right move. We jump over with the knight, preventing this knight from coming in, and the entire idea of my attack has fizzled out, so we're just going to be in a completely equal game of chess. I'll go back real quick. I was really trying to show you this here. They come out with the queen, attacking and defending. So they come out with the queen, and you attack the queen. The queen's going to come down here with this check. You step over. Then there's a lot of things that can happen, but black actually has a terrible position where you can essentially attack the queen, and the queen will go like here, and you can push forward and defend everything. And he'll need to step over with his king to defend this pawn. And nobody ever steps over with the king. So there's a lot of variations that can happen in a game of chess. Right now we've simply got one that, I mean, it's neither here nor there. We're going to be basically just playing a game of chess. So we're going to step back here. Take a little tiny step back. He captures. We're going to capture towards the center so that all of my pawns are clumped together. Not that pawn, but that's a knight, obviously. So this is basically what we've got going on. We've got 4 minutes on the clock against our opponent with 4 minutes and 22 seconds. And having question marks next to his bullet score and question marks next to his classical score, it makes me believe that he only plays well thought out long games of chess. And I'm going to show you just another way that you can win chess by applying pressure in the end game in low time. And so this seems to make sense. We're directly attacking this guy. Where is he going after that? He'll probably go over here. So I needed to develop this piece anyway. So now we're doing it with tempo. And this square is pretty, he's pretty hunkered down on this square over here. So I will not be jumping into the middle of the board really anytime soon, because he just has too many pieces looking here. Sorry, my mouse is going a little bit crazy. So he steps back. Fairly reasonable move. We can also take, check. He'll step over here or... Yeah, okay. So, boom, boom, boom. Check. King comes over here. And I could just bring my knight. He'll probably step over. If I take, I can jump in here. Boom, boom, boom. He steps back. It's also probably just about time to castle. I can push this forward. He could push this pawn. I can step back. He can push this pawn. Let's go for a pawn break. I always have this bailout move. I guess he does always just have that, so that's a tad bit unfortunate. We will be stepping back. I don't want to just lose my bishop for no reason. We've both got 3 minutes and 30 seconds, essentially. This generally just brings his knight to the middle, but I'm actually seeing something here. We can capture. Knight comes in. We take attacking both. He'll jump here to threaten this. So let's just do it. He could just take back with this pawn. If he takes with this pawn, or if he takes with the knight, I don't know. What was I calculating right there? I'm not 100% sure. Anything that I just said made sense. Because this knight is defending this pawn, so I'm not winning anything. Probably it's about time we castle. I mean, he can get into my position with check. We got to do something with my bishop. And he could castle opposite. And then it's kind of like a declaration of war. So he's going for this. I could push this now. But I somewhat like the idea of just situating my rook here. He could just castle into it. But I think we're going to take that knight. We just don't want that knight living there. Okay, let's just stop clicking pieces for a second and make a move that's actually good. So this applies pressure to the pawn. This kind of forces something here. I'm not sure if it's really good or bad. But we could just go into an endgame and win that way. That's always one way to do it. Probably more pieces on the board is better. So we're just going to apply pressure here. What if he does this? We have to push. Take. Yeah, we have to push. Where this bishop sucks. Maybe his bishop's cutting off a way more important diagonal than mine is. I'm somewhat sensing that I should be bringing my king this way. So we will step here. We can also bring the knight back. He can bring his knight forward, but I would get this. And I think we're doing quite alright. It's still probably even. I'm not really sure who's winning this. Okay, he steps up with the king. I might go for this now. Now the knight is free to enter. I could take here. Boom. If he takes here, then I jump in with the bishop. Let's do this. We got to get this bishop back into the action. He goes ahead and attacks. I mean, this can't be a bad move, correct? And we kind of have this idea now. So he wants to trade. Let's just trade. Not really sure what else to do here. But I am pretty sure that I want to play this. So like here, we jump in. Let's just go for it. 2 minutes and 38 seconds against 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Probably I need to be playing a tad bit faster. We have like an opposite side castling game, but this is just about as drawish as it gets. So bringing the king somewhere over here and fighting over this open file are the two things that are basically pretty high on my to-do list. Don't want to necessarily let him double these rooks without any sort of benefit. So, I mean, I like this. It's just putting my knight in on a good square. We also have this. Yeah, so he's doubling up the rooks. Probably we want to play like this. What about here? Is there anything cool that I can do? I can push here. We kind of don't really want to allow this. So what if we go here? It gives us a check here, here. We step up. So here, check, here, check, I step up. He could go all the way back behind this pawn. We could plug the hole, like attack this guy, come back, plug the hole. We can just plug the hole like this. Attack this guy. I'm actually just like tinkering with these ideas. I'm not sure what's correct. Here, here. I could drop back, and if he takes, I take. He then gets in, I defend. Don't love that. But I push forward and it's pretty well defended. Here, here. Let's just make a move. I'm getting a little bit low on the clock. It's a little bit scary. If he plays this, if I take. What if I step here? If he takes, I go up. I'm going for this. We're trying to bring this guy over here. That's the new idea. Then we can trap the rook. I'm just kidding. He'll trade like this. But 1 minute and 30 seconds against 3 minutes? Jesus. Okay. Here. Where's the knight going after that? Nowhere useful. We can also just fight over this open file like so. Boom, boom, boom. Looks like he's going for this. Here, 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 here. Let's do it. I mean, he's got the open file, and I'm tired of it. Sick and tired of him having the open file. So we're going to trade the rooks. Go into a king and pawn and knight endgame. So he's coming in, but I'm coming in. He's coming in. And I guess, like, what do we really need to be worried about? Not actually sure. We can give this check, but his king's just coming up. So I could step here, check, here. If I get to this pawn, it might be a little bit problematic. And if the king ever tries to go this way, I have this check to win this pawn. He's got this check, but I come in. Go here. He's got this. But I do have this to win the pawn. So he's got this check. I come back. He goes here. He could probably repeat the position. Ooh. We can give this check. We grab this. The knights are looking at each other. He steps back. We step back. He's going for this. But I have a passed pawn now. If I push, he can take this one. What if I launch forward? If he takes, I take. Like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm pretty quick to play something along the lines of this. So, let's do this. 49 seconds. Awesome. We're going to take this. Now, this pawn is also weak. I've definitely made some mistakes here. He's going for this. Jeez, bro. Here. Here. I'm scared. You can go for this, but I step back. We go here, here, and launch this pawn. He's also got this 2-on-1. Ugh, I'm not even winning anymore. It's probably still a draw. Okay, so that separates his pawns. So here, here, but then he's just got these guys. But I can go for it. Here, 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 here. Take. Here. Push this. Oh dear lord, that's what it was. That's what it was. Sorry if I shut up for a second. I'm really locked in. These are always the hardest parts of the game. Just so everybody's well aware of that. You can push, but I take, and you lose that. And this outside pawn is going to act as a decoy. So where are you going? You have to step back. If you push forward, I just take. Tragic. Absolutely tragic that I hit him with the deep freeze. I think that's it. What do you do here? We push. We're now touching his weakness, and we push our passed pawn. He can step in, but we take. He steps back, but we step back. You can't guard everything. Grab this, and this guy runs. We could play it real safe and just win all of the pawns. Here, 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 here. Queen, he takes the pawn. Then I do need to figure out. So we could just take. We could just take. Like, there's no need to make it more complicated than it needs to be. I saw that there might be some complications here. Like, the king is going to get this pawn. He'd have a passed pawn. Of course, I can still win that. But taking all of his pawns, so there's zero reason to be afraid. And I just realized that was a rated game. I thought that was a casual game. So I am so grateful that I won, because now I'm 2,032. Wow. Let's check that with the computer. I have a sneaking suspicion I played that incredibly accurate. And so let's switch the scenes, and I will see you over there. And all right, here we are in the analysis, and to my disbelief, that was and here we are in the analysis, and to my disbelief, that was far more inaccurate than I had thought. I thought that was at least like 92% accurate, and it was really 85, with 2 blunders, 2 mistakes, 2 inaccuracies, and we will be addressing all of those. And so we'll slide back up here so we can take a full look at the board. Now we have e4, e5, bishop c3, the knight comes out, the bishop comes out, and we go with this, queen g4. Generally, what this does, it attacks all this stuff. This or this are the best moves. The most common move is to bring the queen out. Now, here's generally the line if the queen comes out, and you'll be able to see that he needs to step over with the king yet again, and nobody does that. They generally like push this pawn where you attack the queen, and then you just have a crushing and winning line out of nowhere. So unfortunately, that didn't happen. Maybe I should check what to do here. We step back, the queen comes, I'm supposed to attack the queen, where you take, and I just get a lead in development. Okay, I guess that wasn't too hard to see. Plus, I'm sort of attacking this, and I'm attacking this. So I'm attacking the fork. Okay, we'll be doing that next time. Instead, we take the queen, and we just get a completely equal position. And instead of bringing my knight to the normal square, I put him on a weird square. I go e2 instead of f3, with f3 is obviously the natural development square for the knight. And we just get into a completely symmetrical game. None of this really matters all incredibly too much. We develop our piece with tempo. I guess that I had this idea, but that's really never going to work, so we might as well just push a pawn. Completely equal. We step back, trade, castle, and we've made it 15, 16 moves, and it is completely equal. Nothing exciting has happened thus far. He gets the knight in. We take it with our knight. We step up with the bishop, which is an inaccuracy. We have a half a pawn advantage, less than half a pawn, but we do a little fiddling around, and we come back, attack the bishop. We trade. We get the knight in, knight to the middle, and I'm supposed to push this pawn to prevent the knight from getting in. Never in a million years am I playing that. This is basically where I spent the most amount of time in the entire game, and I didn't play the right move. I'm supposed to keep it equal by pushing the pawn up. Oh, maybe I can double? Like here, you attack and I get behind. That's what the idea is. Like this, and I cover like this. That's weird, but yes, it would have worked. Okay. I did not think about doing that and like putting my rook in front of my pawn. I guess that makes sense. My rook in this file is better than like over here. Okay, so either way, I play the wrong move. We step up. We step in with the king. Trade. We go for the open file. It's slightly more accurate to play this. I can't really tell you why, but this is a complete draw. And we just get in. And our opponent never used too much of his time here, but we finally get in here and we get a pawn. It's still a draw, because he can get in and still attack our pawn, and we really have not a great way to defend it, because even if I push, he just takes, and that is exactly what happened in the game. So we play a blunder here. I'm officially losing. We jump back with the knight, and we trade. Now it's still a draw, but I hit him with the deep freeze. Now this is just important to memorize. This pawn is holding 2 pawns. He can't push forward or I'm going to take, and my pawn is too close to promotion, so you can't do that. So 1 pawn stops 2. You can also do it with 3. So imagine if there were 3 pawns here, you wouldn't be able to push either of them because I just take, if that makes sense. Sorry, I drew this arrow. I meant like pawns here. You can't push either one because I'll just take. So 1 pawn can actually stop 3 if you kind of get lucky or strategic. So still a draw. But here, what was he supposed to do? He's supposed to allow it. We get the queen, you get the queen, and it's still a draw, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm probably going to win this, because his king is far away from all the checks, so I'm probably going to be able to figure out a way to give a bunch of checks and win at least one of these pawns, and put my queen somewhere not terrible, like on a defended square, so you can give me some checks, but at least my pawns are held. And so, man, he could have just gone for the pawn chase. But we go in here, and then this outside pass pawn simply becomes a decoy. He's got to chase it at some point, and here, I guess probably the easiest idea is to just make a new queen, but I realized that I'm going to do this, and he's going to get in here, and I'll make a queen, and then he'll win my pawn, and then it's a king and a pawn, and I got to stop that with my queen. I had 30 seconds, so I just chose to, I mean, once I take this pawn, for one, another thing you should just know about king and pawn endgames, his king can never stop this, so I can go here and come in here and have all the time in the world to do this, and his king can never actually take this pawn, or this one runs. So like say my king runs all the way over here. If his king is right here and he takes, this pawn will run and become a queen. And if he's too lazy and he tries to do something with his king over here, like I can I can push these pawns, and when he gets closer, I can make the same structure of just 2 pawns. So 2 pawns in this structure, the classic structure, is safe against an enemy king. If you learned anything or simply enjoyed watching me play chess, please subscribe. I am on a mission to try and get monetized, and so I need some more watch hours, I need some more subscribers. I need to do a whole lot better with this whole YouTube thing if I expect to make any money or do anything with this channel. So thank you so much. Your support is immensely appreciated. I love each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next one. Get out of here. Bye.